Hello students, welcome to the video lecture class of subject hydraulic machine and fluid power. Here in this video, I will continue with the drawing of velocity diagram at inlet and outlet of the curved vanes of a Francis turbine. We have already studied it is a inward flow reaction turbine in which the water enters the casing at the outer radius and leaves the casing in a direction axial. Now, according to the direction of flow of water, we have to draw the velocity triangle at inlet and outlet. This is the inlet velocity triangle, this is the outlet velocity triangle. At inlet velocity triangle, we are having V1 is the velocity of the water entering the curved blade. U1 is the velocity of blade at inlet. This is the VR1. This is the relative velocity with which the water enters through the blade in a tangential direction and leaves it at a direction also, that is VR2 at outlet. Vf1 and Vw1 are the components of V1, that is flow velocity Vf1 and whirling velocity Vw1. The whirling velocity component helps the blade to move and to rotate the runner to produce mechanical energy. We have seen that Vw2 is 0. Why is Vw2 is 0? Because the water exits in a direction that is axial. Hence the water will move in a direction 90 degree to that of the curved blade. So that is total component will be equal to your velocity component Vf2, and where V2 is equal to Vf2 and Vw2 is equal to 0. This is the relative velocity Vr2 component. This is velocity of blade at outlet U2. Now we have seen that U1 and U2, these are the velocity of the blade at inlet and outlet. Alpha 1 velocity of water makes angle with horizontal, that is alpha 1. Beta 1 and beta 2, these are the vane angle or the relative velocity of water makes angle with the horizontal, that is with the blade velocity beta 1 and beta 2 at the inlet and outlet. We are having Vw2 is equal to 0. So we can find out work done by water on runner per second is equal to rho q Vw1 U1 plus Vw2 U2. But Vw2 value is 0, hence we are getting that rho q Vw1 U1 is equal to work done per second. If you are going to calculate work done per second per unit weight of water striking per second, then we have to divide work done per second divided by weight of water per second, and we are getting Vw1 U1 by G. Calculate hydraulic efficiency, then eta H is equal to runner power by water power, and runner power is equal to Vw1 U1 and water power is equal to rho G QH. So rho Q will be neglected and we are getting hydraulic efficiency as Vw1 by GH, where H is known as your net head available at the inlet of turbine. In case of Francis turbine, there is a ratio, that is width to diameter, and that is known as your N symbol B1 by D1. Also we have to remember flow ratio, that is Vf1 by 2gh root over, and speed ratio as U1 by 2gh root over. In your next video class, we have to solve some problems related to velocity diagram of Francis turbine. Next, we have to go for axial flow type of turbine, that is Kaplan turbine. A Kaplan turbine is a axial flow reaction turbine in which the water enters in a direction parallel to the axis of rotation of the shaft. It is a very low head turbine. The head available at the turbine is nothing but that is total energy per unit weight of water. Total energy is sum of pressure energy and kinetic energy. So while the flow of water takes place through the runner of the turbine unit, some part of pressure energy is converted into kinetic energy, and thereby it is rotating the runner and we are getting the mechanical power. This is the animation. In the animation we have seen that the constructional features of the Kaplan turbine. It consists of a runner. This is the runner. This is the guide mechanism, scroll casing, hub with runner of turbine, and draft tube. As the animation seeing that this is the spiral casing, this is the runner, this is the blades are mounted. These red colors are known as a guide vane. The water enters in a direction parallel to the axis of rotation. First of all, we have to know that what is scroll casing. In case of Kaplan turbine, we are also using the casing is known as a spiral casing, and the water enters from the penstock through the scroll casing, then moves to the guide vanes where the water turns through 90 degree. See, this is the runner part. So while the water enters onto the runner blades are going to be moved, and thereby the water is moving along the direction 90 degree to that of the flow of water. Here we have seen that the water enters the casing in a axial direction and also moving at the outlet in a axial direction. This is the spiral casing. The spiral casing and the runner, in between them there is a guide blade mechanism is used. So here the water enters from the casing end and this is moving along the axial direction, and while they are moving upon the blades now changing their direction and the water moves in a 90 degree direction. Runner. This is the main part of the turbine unit, which consists of the blades. The blades are also known as vanes. Due to the movement of water upon the runner, during that time the runners will causing the rotation to the shaft of turbine and we are getting the mechanical power. The runner blades are the blades that are rotated by the flow of water. See, this is the animation how the blades are rotating. In Kaplan turbines, runner blades has twist along its length and are adjustable to an optimum angle of maximum power at output. Next point is your draft tube. So this is the typical diagram for a Kaplan turbine in which these are the casing, these are the scroll casing, these are the scroll casing, and these are the guide vanes. So while the water first stored in the scroll casing, this is circular in cross section. If you are cutting the spiral casing, then we have to see the cross sectional view is circular type. Now this water is entering into the turbine unit in such a way that, see, this is the line. The flow of water is going to be takes place. The flow of water is carried out from the scroll casing through the guide vanes, and the guide vanes making the water flow in such a way that that is entering in a 90 degree, means that is this is the axis of rotation, this is the flow of water direction, these are parallel to each other. So while the water enters onto the runner, or that is also known as a bus, so the bus is mounted or fixed with the blades. So while the water enters into the runner blade, during that time they are moving the curve plate, and due to which there is a mechanical power produced at the outlet of the shaft. You have seen that a draft tube is used. The draft tube, whose one end is circular type and another end is a square or rectangular type. Why you are using this type of draft tube? The main function of draft tube is to drag the water from the outlet of turbine unit to that of the tail race level. So we have to increase the pressure of water so that the water can be delivered to the tail race. So this is the circular cross section, this is entering into the fixed to the casing part, and this is the part is with the tail race. Now while at the exit the pressure energy is dropped and total is converted into kinetic energy. So we have to see that the pressure of water at the tail race is more than that of the pressure of water at the exit of turbine. So for that reason we have to provide a draft tube, and thereby we can drag the water from the outlet of turbine unit. So now from the working principle of view, the water comes from the penstock and enters the scroll casing. The scroll casing is made up of in such a way that the pressure of flow should not be lost. The guide vanes are adjustable and they can adjust the requirement of flow rate. So this is the working of a Pelton, that is a Kaplan turbine. So this is the dam, this is the water stored in the dam, enters to the penstock. These arrow marks are seeing that these arrow marks are providing that these are the water entering into the casing. This is the spiral casing. Now inside the spiral casing the water is moving. Now these are the bus attached with the runner. So while the water enters in the casing, in turns it is moving the blades, and thereby we have seen that there is a shaft of turbine is coupled with the generator, and we are getting the mechanical power from the shaft, and it is received by the generator to produce the mechanical electrical energy. So this is the draft tube, this is the tail race at which the water will be stored. So these are the animation giving you that water from the dam penstock enters. So at the penstock inlet it is your pressure energy and kinetic energy. So while it is entering the casing, some part of pressure energy converted into kinetic energy, and they are rotating the blade of the runner, and thereby you are getting the mechanical power, and that is converted into electrical power by means of a generator. This is draft tube, helps for dragging the water to the tail race from the exit of the turbine. So next point we are going to study about that what are the velocity diagram. This is the velocity diagram for a Kaplan turbine. So at the exit it is axial, so 90 degree angle it is made. So Vf2 is equal to V2, and beta 2 angle is made by the vane angle, beta 1 at the vane angle at inlet. So here V2 is equal to Vf2 and Vw2 is equal to 0. Inlet and velocity, outlet velocity are equal, that is pi d 0 by n by 60, and Vf1 is